Paper Beast at its core is a puzzle game, but is one that does things quite a bit differently. A lot of the time, your main aim in each location is to bring life back to a tree. This is done by guiding a certain amount of paper beasts to it. When I came across a new beast, I couldn't help but think that I was in a strange Jurassic Park-like world. Some of them are small, some are large, they fight each other. Some can look a bit creepy, especially when you're stuck in some caves with them, and some go about their daily lives, but what they get up to nearly always plays a role in the puzzle solving. Such as a worm type that sucks up sand from one end and releases it from the other, and another creature rolls up balls of sand, which can then be chucked to make a hill for you to walk up. The game really is all about observation and environment traversal. To get around each location, there is only teleportation and snap turning. The game can be played with the DualShock or 2-move controllers. Even when playing with the DualShock though, you do still teleport and snap turn. It's always a bit easier to move things around in a virtual world with the moves, so they really are the best control method. The game doesn't hold your hand at all. The only real guidance comes from controls appearing on the moves. Instead, you must observe the creatures and scout the environment they are in. The game is very linear, as you do move from one location to another, but what isn't linear at all is how you manipulate the environment. This game absolutely has the best sand and water physics in a VR game yet, and honestly, I haven't seen them be done better in a non-VR game either. If you build a sand hill, water will react around it, and the creatures also even have an effect on the sand. It is very impressive. Creatures react differently to certain parts of the environment too, which forces you to experiment even more. The lack of guidance in the game can create some confusing moments too though, and even when you work out what you have to do, it can take some time to put your plan into effect, due to some of the creature's movement speeds and the time it takes to reshape particular parts of the environment. The game's pacing with introducing new characters and tools to shape the environment do keep each level fresh though. It's almost like a first-person God game in places, so the time it takes to reshape things is going to be a bit longer than your bird's eye view God game. On the plus side though, you're right in the middle of it all. It's visually stunning and also allows for some exciting moments. When you successfully grow a new tree, the creatures are attached to balloons and fly high up into the sky. You join them too in a hot air balloon. You can steer this slightly by grabbing onto its ropes. It's such a magical experience, which is only elevated by the excellent music. But what is the point in all this? To be honest, I actually have no idea. The idea of it all being a simulation is toyed around with a lot, although I didn't think too deeply about it. There may be a deeper meaning to it all, but after this incredibly strange, yet engaging introduction, I just let the game take me on a surreal journey, and loved every second of it. The game took me around 3.5 hours to beat, but that's not the end of it, as it also comes with a sandbox mode. Here you can spawn all the creatures, vegetation, and reshape the environment. Everything reacts to each other, just like in the main game, and it also gives you some extra tools to mess around with for fun, like an anti-gravity one. You really do appreciate the physics engine even more here, as you can zoom out and see it in full effect on the world below you. The graphics also really shine, as you can move the sun around and also spawn rain. Some of the sandbox items can only be spawned by getting collectibles from the main game though. Luckily, a chapter select screen does make an appearance, which makes finding any you missed a quicker process. You will need to find them too, if you want to get the game's platinum. To complete the list, you will need to complete the game and spawn certain things in the sandbox mode. A few trophies are set to certain levels too, such as catching a shooting star and finishing chapter 6.4 without the tape recorder getting grabbed. The tape recorder one may be a little frustrating, as it requires precision with floaty controls. Once that has been done though, I think the rest should be easy enough to get. This is mainly a puzzle game, but there are some experience title-like moments here, where you just watch the amazing effects on display, and although the sights don't always make sense, you just lose yourself completely in this world. The sense of discovery is amazing, even with its linear level structure. When a new beast or tool appears, your curiosity just gets the better of you, and you want to learn all about it. Knowing that something new is just around the corner makes it quite a hard game to put down. It is very high quality from start to finish. The physics engine here truly is incredible. It's quite unbelievable that it's actually working in a VR space, so the Sandbox mode is a very much welcomed addition. After all the PSVR games I've played, I am always looking for something that stands out and does something differently, and Paper Beast certainly takes you on a surreal journey which is unlike any other.